to It's Not That Serious podcast. I'm Elodie.
And I'm Malia.
And this is episode 20.
20.
Oh, shit.
This is 20.
I didn't even realize that.
I know. You guys, we are sold out for our Blueprint brunch.
Sold out, y'all. Crazy.
Crazy as fuck. Like, we literally did not. Well, no, we didn't. We knew we were going to get some tickets.
Yeah,
but we
sure.
didn't know we were going to get this much.
I am still shocked. Like,
Yeah.
I called my sis yesterday when I looked at the numbers, and I'm like, shut the fuck up.
You're
like,
emotional.
Because it's us. Like,
Yeah.
we created something out of nothing.
I know. I'm excited.
And you guys are supporting that, and it just, man, it's empowering.
Are you ready for it?
I think I'm a perfectionist, so I don't think I'll ever be ready for it, but I do want this experience to be the best experience for you guys. You take something out of it, and we're giving you so much that it's going to be hard for you not to walk away with something, you know?
I feel like it's going to be really motivating.
For sure. I'm motivated to
Yeah.
just even hear our own conversations, you know?
I feel like after the brunch, some of y'all might be some CEOs because
Oh,
the way we're about to
God.
spit is going to be so crazy, but...
And don't forget about us when y'all blow up.
Yeah, I'm a little sleepies. I've been up since 5. I had my first workout today, and it was very exhausting.
What's your trainer?
Yes, he beat our coochies. Like, oh my God, my sister threw up.
Crazy.
Yeah. And I'm back in Kenosha, so the drive was exhausting. I don't think it would have been that exhausting if I didn't work out.
Well, sis, yeah.
Yeah.
You worked out. You drove an hour. That's damn near a workout.
Yeah, I feel like Monday was the first day I've ever, like, sat the fuck down, sis, since last week. I've been moving boxes. I'm bruised the fuck up. I'm beat the fuck up. I'm exhausted.
Yeah, so a whole week of moving. You're finally processing the move. How do you feel?
Honestly, I was super emotional this weekend, but I feel like it's because the grief of leaving Chicago. Like, I know I'm super excited for the move, but it's just that, like, what I'm learning is detachment right now.
Good.
Because I get attached to things, sis.
Me too.
You know I do. So I feel like when I'm, like, grieving and, like, I'm leaving things, it's a little sad for me. And I was so sad on Monday, y'all. No, when was it? Sunday. I was feeling a lot of emotions, but I think I was very sleep deprived.
Yeah.
So I was just feeling a lot when it comes to the move. I think to the new guy that I'm talking to.
Yeah.
It was just, like, a lot of things that I feel like I really had to set myself to, like, get detached. And when you really detach, you really stop focusing on things like that.
Yeah.
So I'm really trying to not focus on where I'm at right now. And I was just telling Elodie this. Like, I feel like when you're focused on things now, you're really not preparing for what God has for you next. So once I realized that and accepted that, now I feel like my spirits are back to how I used to be. You know?
Okay.
When I'm off my routine and I feel like I don't have stability. So
Yeah.
I feel like for this past month, I just kind of been like knowing I'm moving. So I'm just kind of like in my head a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I think you hit a good point on detachment because I feel like I'm attached to everything that you left behind. Your apartment, the memories. Like, I went to her apartment yesterday to pick up a package for her, and I'm just like, this is weird. Like, we grew up in this apartment, and but it's so beautiful to see because, like, the next chapter is going to be even better, and it's just going to we're going to keep growing and leaving those memories behind. And I think that's why it's so important to detach, because if you detach from something, you can actually live in the present and enjoy the moment.
Exactly. And I feel like I've been through a lot, so I feel like sometimes I have to take a step back and realize, like, God has made miracles happen for me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I never want to get to a point where I'm just stale on my miracles, and then your faith becomes stale. So, like, I think when you're, like, seeking God in this moment, I'm just like, I literally have so many people in front of me who literally validate me, who literally, like, speak life into me. Like, what am I worried about? You know what I mean? So I'm good. I'm better now.
I love that you bring God up because I feel like this month on my calendar, I literally wrote 3 words. I wrote God, grace, and gratitude. And those are 3 things I feel like we've been working on this whole year. And it's just testimonies after testimonies.
Sis.
And we're never going to relive the same moment and experience twice. It's always going to be a different scenario. And it's just really like going back to the fundamentals that we've created for ourselves. To make sure that we rise above it. Like I told you, your routine. You established your routine in Chicago. Rely on that to get back up and feel better, you know, in Kenosha.
I also think, like, there's 2 good things. There's a good projection and there's a bad projection. So I feel like when people speak God and, you know, faith and, you know, like, pretty much just motivates you, that projection is really good on me. And then I've noticed that, like, the bad projection, especially me this past weekend.
Like negativity?
Girl, yes. Even
Who
last
was being
week.
negative
Like,
to you?
when I got called a bully.
Oh, God.
We ain't even gonna talk about that because I really don't give a fuck. But because I know who I am. Like, I don't care. But that can cause, like, I think just that negative energy can bring projection, especially because I have a lot going on that I've realized that I'm very self-aware now. Like, I know when I'm being negative, and so I have to, like, take a step back. Like, what are you doing? Like, you sit here and talk about everybody else. You're being a hypocrite. Like, take some time for yourself to get a little grounded, you know? And I feel like when you're not grounded, you really don't know where you're at. So I feel like right now in my life, even in Miami, I don't want to get lost in the sauce. I want to make sure that I'm always being the purest I can be, because I don't want to seek success too much to where, like, you don't have the
you're not living.
Yeah, you're not valuing the things you want to value, because I love love, you know what I mean? And so, like, I want to make sure, like, that's always in my corner, because I know once that's given to me, oh my God, I'm, like, always on a high. Yeah. Even though I give that to myself, but when somebody else is pouring that in your cup, you're at a high. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And I think it's just love is a different level of success. I think money can only get you so far. Yeah. But when you can share moments with friends, a man, a woman, it's like, man, I really made it, because you have genuine, pure connections.
Exactly.
And depth.
And and the fact that you say money, I feel like, you know, we have such a, like, huge perspective on us because, you know, IG baddies, right? Oh. So people think that's all we care about. Yeah. So I think right now I'm just detaching myself from, and I don't think this is a self-sabotage thing in this moment, because you know what's going on. I feel like a lot of insecurities can come in, and I don't know what another person's feeling, but it's Miami. You know what I mean? So, like, people don't know my heart, and I would never force my heart onto nobody. Like, you have to see it for yourself. You know what I mean? Like,
that's the only way.
Only the people who really value and truly love me know that I'm a very loyal person. But I'm never going to go over and extend myself to prove how loyal I am. You know what I mean?
Which speaks volumes of your growth, though. Yeah, because your growth, I feel like, at one point, we're all people pleasers, right? And I feel like you've gotten to the point where you know who you are, you value yourself, you love those who love you, and you move on. Like, you carry on, because not everything goes our way. And I think, again, goes back to detachment. Whatever you cannot control, leave to God. Literally. You know?
Yeah. And I feel like, what was I going to say? What was I about to say? My mind is everywhere right now. What were you saying?
I think it was just
detaching,
but also, like, your growth,
not having a sense of control. And I feel like that right now, when I don't get my way, I'm a little, like, irritated. Like, I do get irritated. Yeah. And I have to realize I'm in a place right now when I don't have no sense control. It's like my insecurities will come up. You know what I mean? Okay. And it's never about other women, because a man gonna do what a man want to do. Right. That I don't ever give a fuck about. Yeah. Do you? But I feel like when I don't have no sense control in my life, that's gonna have a projection of a man. You know what I mean? And, you know, when you're in a healthy situation, it could be a problem where, like, are you still here? Like, I don't need that validation. Do you
still care?
Yeah. You know what I mean? Because I'm not, like, secure in the moment where I'm at right now, because I'm doing a lot of moving.
So you're looking for anything.
Yeah. So I have to be realistic. Maybe I'm not ready for something, because I think if I'm just forcing it, it's not going to go the way it should go, the way that God has it planned. And so I feel like if I'm forcing it, it's just not going to go how I want it.
And I just think, like, when we're going through huge shifts in our lives, I think it's probably going to be the hardest to settle down in a relationship, because you have so much going on that you can't fully give your time to someone and your energy to someone, because you have so much ahead of you. You're moving to Miami. You just moved out of your Chicago apartment. You're moved back into your family's house that you haven't been in 2 years.
I know.
You are so used to your own space, your own aura, your own energy. Now you're going back to living with a bunch of people that play a role in that. And that's not a bad thing, but it's the truth.
Yeah, I know. I feel like in that moment I was feeling, like, a little odd, but dude, this is what I need right now, my family. That's going to keep me so grounded right now. And I feel like even when my mama said food's done, whew, girl, like, the fuck? I don't got to worry about cooking.
Ain't no place like home, for real.
No, seriously. So I'm just accepting things right now and just preparing for what's next. Yeah. Yeah. You've been helpful too, sis, because I've been on a roller coaster.
But that's normal, and I feel like
and
I have
stop asking my sis what she's gonna do without me.
Right, I'm gonna die.
Like, bro,
I might move.
Literally.
Then what?
Like, what am I gonna do? The fuck? I'm the one moving out by myself. Like, girl, you know what I mean?
I'm already planning a trip.
Oh my God, yeah. So enough with that, you know. But life has been great. Honestly, it has been. Yeah. I'm so excited for this event. I feel like this is going to push us even harder.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of us. Like, seriously, sis. Like, it's crazy how much we've really accomplished.
I was looking at our text messages from when we first started talking about It's Not That Serious. Yeah. It was so cute because, like, you know, everything has a purpose and has a reason. And I feel like the reason It's Not That Serious even initially became about was because we just were talking about feelings, and I was going through something with the boy, and like my sis was just there for me, and I was like, you know what, we have such real conversations, let's start a fucking podcast. And she's like, okay, but if we're gonna start it, we gotta go all in.
Literally.
And look at us now, 20 episodes later, 20 tickets sold for our brunch.
Like, yo, what? Sis, 2020, like, yes. This is so crazy.
It's insane. And I feel like I said in the beginning, we started something out of nothing, zero. Yeah. We had no support. We only had each other and our iPads. Like,
yeah. And I think that's where you have to believe in faith, because sometimes we're not the picture perfect. It ain't there. Start that shit now, because look at our growth. It's insane.
And it's been a roller coaster, you guys. Like,
it really has.
You know, every episode is unique. It's different. We come in differently. Like,
one episode, like, it's a lot.
It is. Like, one episode we can be down bad. The next one we're like, we're living a great ass life, you guys. Like, get into it. But
and as much as we are being so transparent, this is us just showing vulnerability. Like, life is still amazing and great. You know what I mean? We're thankful, we're blessed, but this is just real life feelings of what we're going through.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's crazy.
It is. And time doesn't stop for anyone, you guys. Like, I had to really sit that in my head, because we really just got to live our fullest potential and love. Yes. It's okay to love. Like, love, bro.
Dude, you have to, like, have you read the book, The 4 Agreements?
Briefly.
You should read it. And I think everybody should take those 4 steps in their life, because I feel like once you do, it's never going to be like, you're never going to waste your life. I feel like you're going to be more intentional. Like, one of them is being impeccable with your word and just being honest, saying what you really feel and mean what you say.
Yeah.
You know, stop giving people, like, you know, just cat and mouse shit.
Yeah,
you know what
free
I mean?
passes. Like,
yes. The next one was stop assuming. And I feel like this is me right now. I hate when I overthink, and I hate when I'm assuming and, like, trying to figure somebody out. That ain't me. Yeah. That ain't for me to figure out. You know what I mean? Yeah. Leave it to motherfucking God.
Yeah.
Third was what was the third one? Don't take things personal, because everybody has something going on in their life.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Like, we could sit here and you're probably thinking, like, I'm so fucking happy, but in the back of my head, I'm like, yo, I have a lot on my plate right now. It's a lot, you know. It's just I'm not really 100%, but I'm gonna always try my best.
Yes.
And that's the last one. Try your best.
Yeah, I agree with that. I also think credibility. I think credibility starts within us, and that's what. Because I'm a very anxious person, and I read something that the reason why you have anxiety is because you don't fulfill the promises you create for yourself. And I feel like, and that really stuck to me, because I'm like, yo, it's true. I tell myself I'm going to get up at 6 a.m. for the gym, and I don't go. I don't go one day. I don't go 2 days. It's like, okay, now you're creating a sense of, like, instability in your head, in your mind. You're not doing what you're saying you're doing. So I think that overall, just do what you say you're going to do and be true to yourself. And I think that's what we were doing. What happened?
Go ahead.
Oh, I think that's what's really built us for this podcast, because everything we say we're going to do, we do it.
Yep.
You know, and I feel like at the end of the day, we're getting to a point, and I had a great conversation with a friend recently, because he's out traveling the world. He's 21 years old. He's traveling with artists, all this beautiful stuff. And I'm like, that's great, you know, but at one point you're going to have to stop living their lives, and you're going to have to start living yours. And are you going to be able to sit with yourself and be like, wow, I've done everything that I wanted to do? No. So stop living for other people. Start putting yourself first, live intentionally, and do what you want to do. You have dreams, you have goals. I feel like the podcast was created because we wanted to give a purpose to you guys, fulfill our own purpose. And honestly, this makes me so happy every day to come and talk on this.
Speak, sister.
Yeah,
you're speaking.
I just have to say this, because I'm like,
I love that.
I've been reflecting, and I'm like,
I love that, man. You really have. And
I have.
I'm excited to hear more. But I also want to say, too, sometimes you don't need facts. Go with your gut.
Yes.
And that's a real thing. You know what I mean? And that's going to help you detach from a lot of things in life. I think sometimes we put ourselves in situations to get the actual facts. Go with your gut on how you feel, because discernment is a real thing. You know what I mean? You feel something, believe it. You know what I mean?
What is discernment?
So it's kind of just like being around somebody, and it's just your body and everything is just telling you how you feel with what's going on. Like, it's pretty much just trusting your gut. Like, the angels are really speaking to me right now. Like, you know,
it's like frequency, energy, vibes.
Like high vibration, low vibration. I think that's what it is. Correct me if I'm wrong. But like, go with your gut. Like, seriously. I feel like my discernment with people is very, very on point.
It is.
Yeah. I'll be on a high and a delulu, but I know, like, I peep everything. And I feel like, I think I might be dealing with a master manipulator.
Oh my God, sis, why?
No, I think I am.
You think? I don't know.
Sis, I used to be one. It's the insecurity with yourself, and you avoid certain people so they can miss you a lot and they can get attached to you.
It's giving avoidant.
Yes. And I don't know if it's because the move. I didn't even want to get into this topic, but what the fuck ever. I don't give a fuck.
No, and they know everything.
I feel like now that I know, my sister's so funny. She's like, did he read 48 Laws of Power? Because, bro, yes, I know a master manipulator.
Yeah.
I said this on the pod. I used to be one.
Yeah.
But now I'm moving more like,
pure.
Yes, more pure, because hurt people, and what you do can affect somebody else's life. And now that I know and who I am, it's a big kind of like, it's no hard feelings, but like, I know what I'm dealing with now.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know, this too like robotic shit, the same shit.
Yeah. But I already told you, sis, he lives what does JT say? He lives a completely normal, different life. I don't got kids. Like, literally.
He don't got kids either.
Okay, but he got a 9 to 5.
Yes.
That's a kid. Like,
no wonder people don't date 9 to 5s.
I mean, it's hard because you're an entrepreneur. You have a lot of free time, but you make probably the same money, if not more, than he does. And, like, you have a lot more.
But he has something else going to himself that feels not realistic. Entrepreneur is like having faith. What he goes to do, I don't want to say, but that you have to have faith with stuff like that.
I agree, but you see that. Does he see that?
Right, yeah.
That's where I really wanted to tell you yesterday, actually. Hurt people, yes, but hurt people attach themselves onto healed people.
Yeah.
Because they want their energy. They want their energy drainers. They want to be like them. And then it ends up becoming like competition. It's giving that guy that flew me out twice. That's what it's giving.
I don't think it's a competition thing. I think it's I think it's a want to be chased to like, and I'm not chasing no man.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. I think I'm telling you, it's being a manipulator because you want that. You're avoiding things so somebody can get attached.
But I just don't get the chase. Like, you're there already. Yeah. What do you, like, what is he trying to make you chase? You're there.
But I am leaving.
You are leaving, fine. But you're a grown-ass woman, and I told you this. Like, we got to start moving like the age that we are. We're not little girls anymore. We have to be very direct with men, and men have to be very direct with us. And I feel like the only way they can do that, unfortunately, is we lead by example, and we stop tolerating the bare minimum. Yeah. Because he came in full force, and now he's like fucking
But I told him
out.
in the beginning, if you can't keep up with these expectations, stop doing it.
And I love that.
So
I'm glad you said that.
Maybe he is aware of, like, I do a lot for myself. You know what I mean?
Insane amount of stuff.
Yeah, and but I'm not even mad at it. That's what I'm saying. The art of detachment is so real because it old me, sis. I would have crashed out. I would have fucking like been so sad. Like, I feel like a lot been going on, including that, because I truly did care about him. Yeah. I care about people when I'm being pure with you. Yeah. Like, I really get attached to that soul. Yeah. But yeah, I feel like it is what it is. But fuck you. Yeah. I'm not dealing with that. And I love in and out that you've been doing.
Yeah. And I love that you're continuing life.
Oh, yeah.
Because like you said, old me probably would have stopped and said, I'm not moving. I want to stay here with him. I love him, da-da-da.
And see, I think you're not. I would do that if somebody was worth it, but you're not worth it. I mean, you could be, but it's kind of, you have to be more intentional, more pure. You know what I mean? Kind of how you have been. I probably wouldn't have stopped my move, but, you know. I don't know. I
don't think, because I used to be a jealous type. I used to be very, like, manipulative in terms of, like, if I see my man living his best life, he can't because I'm not. But, like, I'm in such a space now that if, like, my man is around other girls, if he's doing it for work, if he's networking, go. Yeah. Go. Because what's meant for me will come back, and what's not, they can have it.
Yeah. You know? And then I feel like when you're being insecure and you're trying to hold a man hostage or don't do that, he gonna go do it.
He is.
You're forcing him to go do things.
That's why, ladies and gentlemen, please live for yourself. Do what you need to do for you every single day because no one is guaranteed. Yeah. Everyone is just an experience. And I say that wholeheartedly and purely and with a lot of love.
Yes.
You know?
I do mean everything I have said about him, though. Everything he gave was very sweet. It was nice. It put me on a high where I'm like, aw.
And it showed you what you want and what you don't want, and that what you want is not far-fetched. It's not impossible.
It is not at all. But I think, you know what's a little scary that I've been thinking about? I feel like men read us and they watch this podcast and they come in doing everything that we talk about, and it's a little scary.
It is, but I think that at the end of the day, if they're willing to lose all of this, look, we make people special. I think any man that I like, I make them special.
Absolutely.
So if they're willing to lose me, you're dying, Tinkerbell. You're not special no more. Your light goes out, baby.
Sis, for real, because I know who I am, that I truly do. I can make you just my spark. You know what I mean? Like, it's me that makes me high. What he does add some like light to me, though. You know what I mean? So I do mean everything I say. Yeah. But I just think, it's not even right person, wrong timing. I don't even want to say that because I genuinely feel like the timing there's never a right timing. No. And there's never a right timing. Everything you choose happens. On here what you want to create the life that you want.
Yeah, and everything happens for a reason. He was a part of the season. I already told you, who's to say he's not to come back or he's not.
They all come back. I ain't even worried about that, but you know what I mean? Like,
who's to say that it's never to happen again? We don't know. But at the end of the day, Malia has to be selfish with Malia and continue her journey and keep it moving. Yeah. I feel like you've been doing that. And that's what's going to make people be like, damn, I wish I like latched onto her more. Mm-hmm. Because, yes, I only really like anyone that you like because of the way you talk about them. Yeah. I don't know him. The fuck? I don't care about him. But it's because of how you talk about him, you know?
And I feel like I spoke so highly, which I don't regret. And I think sometimes we get in situations where like, oh, fuck, it's a regret thing. Why did I do that? Why did I speak so highly about it? A lot. Girl, you did it because it felt good. That's okay. Yes. Don't even beat yourself about it. You know, in that moment, he was a season, but I'm done with these seasons. Like, and
dating is just so weird these days.
What you said was real yesterday. What? You said something about Gen Z.
Yeah, Gen Z dating is so weird. Like, do we text all day? Do we not?
So, no, I do believe that, like, since, I would say, today was probably the first time I've never, and it's not why I'm feeling that way because I didn't get a text message. But it's just, sis, energy's a real thing. Energy's a real thing.
And you can feel it. He don't got to be next to you.
He does not. And I think I just know, like, and I don't even think it's a me thing. I think it was before, and I think that's why, something shifted. But I took accountability for that, and I apologize. Like, I just have a lot going on. And so does he probably. Yeah. What's wrong with your thumb? What?
Yo, Thumb, did you eat a blueberry? The fuck is wrong with your thumb?
Sis, what is going on?
Are you turning into the girl from Willy Wonka?
Oh, look what I'm doing. This is how I was just really trying to, like, think. But, yeah.
Wait, you were saying?
I forgot.
Me too.
Bye-bye, fine shit. Yo, we don't take shit seriously.
Sis, no, we don't. You're going to Miami. Like, you're about to find a CEO. Oh, New York. Actually, you guys, we want to bring you to New York with us. And it's going to be on Patreon. Ooh. So stay tuned because we are going to be streaming that. Yes. Streamer University.
Should we stream? Can we stream?
We should stream. Okay. We're going to do that.
That would be dope. We definitely need to stream. But yeah, you're right. I think now that I'm thinking about it, like just been sitting with myself and working out and what the fuck? I'm moving to Miami. I mean, I liked you a lot to like be loyal to you, but he don't know that. He doesn't know my heart.
Because he didn't want to. He didn't get to. And I think that's what you need to understand. Yeah. Like he could have. I'm really starting to take men's actions for what they are, not what I would want them to be. Yeah. So he could have. He has access to you. He knows where you live. Yeah.
So I think I'm a very open book. And I think when men come to me, they get a little scared because you're going to see the real raw me, and I expect the same. So if you put up a facade, I'm not the one for you. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I feel like it's always me giving my life, like my life, what's going on with me. Like, it was like I didn't really know much. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Sis, real is scary. Yeah. Real love, real intentions, a real person is scary.
Yeah, and I feel like I scare a lot of men.
I'm sure you do because it's like you come in so real. Like, and sis, like sometimes it would scare me too. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yes, because you're just like, oh my God, this was happening, this was happening, this was happening, and I'm like, damn, what is going on in my life? Like, am I boring? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But it's because it's like you're so in tune with yourself. You can really understand people and understand yourself. And it's hard for people to be like that. I'm not going to lie to you.
I mean, I'm very understanding until I'm not. So I'm to that point where I'm not anymore. So that's it and that's all. And you're not getting I gave you. You know?
I think it's also the fear of disappointment and embarrassment.
For him?
For men.
Yeah.
Because this isn't the first time. Like, with bleep that out.
Yeah.
Same thing happened with him.
Yeah.
Fear and embarrassment, but of what? Do they feel like they're not going to amount to who you want them to be?
I don't know. Like, do I make men not feel good enough?
That's a good question. Do you? But it's not. I don't even think it's a you thing.
I feel like any person I'm with, I try so hard to speak life to.
Yes, you do.
You know, maybe, I don't know. I really don't know what it is. And something I'm still trying to figure out. And I've realized, like, in this, like, little relationship, or I don't even want to call it a relationship, but.
You were dating.
Yeah, that was my man. I felt like I was still figuring me out in this. I'm like, damn. This is so, like, it felt healthy. Like, it was different. You know what I mean?
He was teaching you a lot about you.
Yeah, it was very challenging. Yeah.
And that's the beautiful part of it.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm talking to someone too, and I told you, God forbid something doesn't go right, I still love the fact that I made him special and I could feel what I feel. I feel safe. I feel seen. Like,
oh, that's how I was feeling. You know what I mean? I mean, I still feel like that, but it feels good when you have somebody pouring into you like that too. You know what I mean? In that moment. So enjoy it. Yeah. And have fun.
Again, everyone is an experience.
Yeah, they are.
And I think take it for what it is. I mean, I'm not attached to him. And I just feel like.
And you're a grown-ass woman, and I'm a grown-ass woman.
Life carries on. I'm doing what I need to do to control my own emotions, but also control my life. Yeah. We work on our businesses every day. I'm making money. I'm making people happy. My family, that's what matters, because that's not what's going to leave me. Yeah. You know?
And sis, I'm so proud of you, because I feel like you've came a long way. We say that all the time, but I truly mean it. Like, you can tell you're pouring way more into yourself, the way you've been speaking and the way I have been needing you in this season in my life. So I appreciate it.
Sis, stop. This is only the beginning. And like I said, when you take care of you, you become the best version of you. Yeah. You can be that for everyone else. And that's just what I wanted to be. Like, because, man, I was a bitter girl. I was just sad. I don't know, man. I don't even want to talk about old Elodie, but
you know, I just watched this podcast that sometimes when they're like, you don't want to talk about your trauma, but sis, that trauma, who old Elodie is, brought you to this new version. Yeah, so don't ever let her go, because that was you.
Yeah, I think it's just not the fear, but the realization. The realization that life is just so, like, valuable and so beautiful, and it's not how much money you make, because I used to be very money driven. I think it's the company that you hold and the love that you give. A lot of people are too worried about the love they receive. No, it's the love that you give that's going to make you feel human.
Yeah, because we're all God's creators. Everybody is equal, and I believe that, because I feel if this situation really did work out, I think that a lot of people in this world, even, I mean, he probably thought this, they think like, oh, there's hella options. We always say this. Not everybody has options. When you connect with a person and that's real, keep that, because the grass is not always greener on the other side. It's hard to find real, genuine people nowadays, and it sucks that people have this perspective of us. And I mean, it doesn't suck, because he don't know me for real. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it's been what, a month? Yeah, and a half. Like, he don't.
But sis, I think real is scary, like I told you. Yeah. And not just you being real to him, but you're making him see his own truths. Yeah. Like, you're not just like, what's your favorite color type of bitch. What's your purpose? Are you happy?
And I asked him that.
Yes, that's who you are, and that makes people
uncomfortable. And I really
uncomfortable.
hope that what he said was intentional, because if it wasn't, you're lame as fuck. Yeah. Yeah.
And you gotta God's grow up. Timing. Time will tell everything, I told you. Yeah. Everything is gonna unravel the way it needs to, and you're gonna be like, oh shit, this is why God did this.
But I'm on that page right now. Yeah. I think that's why I've been okay a little bit, because I feel like I was super, like this weekend, I was kind of detaching from that situation. Yeah. The house or the apartment in Chicago with a podcast, you know? Not that I'm detaching from this, but I am going away, so I have to be realistic. Can we make it happen? Absolutely. But we both have to make sure we're willing to make this happen. You know what I mean? That's going to show the growth for our next season.
Let's talk about it. So what's going to happen with the podcast?
We want to do long distance. I feel like I'm still going to be out here once a month, which is going to be really cool. And that's something I want to make time for. Yeah. So when I'm out here for my weddings, sis, let's get in the booth.
Yeah, let's get in the booth. And put it on the flow.
In Miami, there has to be podcast places. Yeah. So when you come to visit, we book a spot. I want it to show real life journeys. I feel like in these situations, people give up this chapter. And I don't want it to be a chapter to be ended. But like I said, I don't know where it could go. It possibly could end, you know? Do I want it to end? No, I don't. But we just don't know where life is going to take us.
Right. Well, sis, as long as you're not moving to fucking Australia, I think we'll be fine. Because, bitch, it's not across the world. Miami's 4 hours away.
It's not at all. But I think it's just scary to, like, think about it because it's still away. You know what I mean? We're not, like, an hour and fucking 16 minutes away.
But I think, honestly, for me, distance makes me value things more. And it's just going to make me, like... It's going to make me more motivated with the podcast. I'm going to fly out there. Like, it's not just going to be all on you. Like, we have each other to lean on, and I'm going to fly out there, take the equipment if I have to, run out. Like, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I think that me and you together, it can go far.
It already is. We're at 1,300 followers. We get our views. We have our brunch. Like, guys, we really started from nothing. Literally. On a couch in Mastermind Studios. Next month?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
Yes, this next year's our year, so that's crazy.
I'm excited.
I am too.
What are we doing?
We in Miami turning up another notch. Hey, we gonna be on a yacht. That's what we doing.
Sis, speak it into existence. I'm down.
With a podcast.
That would be fire as fuck.
What do we say though? Fuck, I don't know how to pronounce it.
What?
When we want to do something, mashallah. Or Giancarlos, how do you say that? It's like the Arabic word.
Mashallah.
No. Mashallah.
No. Mashallah.
So we want to do that. So mashallah.
What does that mean, sis?
You guys, so I had a wedding, and every time they complimented each other, it was pretty much, they would say, oh my God, your hair looks so pretty. And the girl's like, well, say mashallah, because I worked on it and I don't need it to get oily. And I said, why do you guys say that after every time you like speak something? She's like, because envy's a real thing. And I'm like, wow, I feel like we don't, as Hispanics, don't say things like that enough. You know, we are not praising to God. And what that means is God's will. You know, it's protecting you from evil.
Yeah.
And I'm like, can I say that? She's like, you can say whatever you want, girl. And I said, mashallah, girl. Because I mean that. Like, you know what I mean? That's so real. And I feel like envy is a real thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. And I think envy starts within yourself. So, mashallah, like, it's almost like, all right, make me pure too, you know? Like, I want to come from a raw, real place. I
mashallah on this whole podcast, because people will look at us and see how well we're doing, and people hate that because it's a projection where they're at in their life. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's true. Don't ever compare yourself, because comparison is the killer of joy, y'all. Like, it really is. So
it is, you guys. And like I said, you can do it too. We did it. You can do it.
Yeah.
Shit. Everyone can do this. And that's why we're doing the brunch, because we're not gatekeepers. We're not going to sit here and keep all this information from you guys. No, we're going to be real, genuine. We have so much to give you guys that day.
It's like pretty much giving everything that we've been through and what we've worked on and how we got there. The blueprint is a real thing. And I feel like we're okay with doing that, because at the end of the day, everybody's their own individual. So it's up to you to really like take it where you want it to take it.
Make this shit happen.
You know what
I
mean? I mean, we've had people in our corners who give us the blueprint of life, and we just make it happen. I'm listening to you. Hey, I'm right behind you. You know what I mean?
And the beautiful thing about both of us is that we're willing to learn. Like, there's a lot of people out there that they're so close-minded because they think they got it all figured out. Like, I have a mentor in real estate. Does she make money off me? Absolutely she does, but she deserves to, because she's already been X amount of years in the business, and she's setting me up so that I can do what she's doing in less amount of time. And that's just what life is. Hire a coach.
Period.
Yeah. Hire a coach. Get mentors. Invest in yourself. Don't be afraid of what someone else is doing and if they're doing it better, because guess what? That could be you if you put yourself in that position. Yeah. A lot of people have too much ego and pride to be able to get to where they want to be, and that's why it takes them forever, or they never get there. Yeah. You know?
Damn, sis, I want you to be a realtor in like Miami, Florida.
I actually am thinking of getting my license for Florida, because one of my clients sent me a property yesterday. He's like, I want to buy this in 2 years and you're going to be my agent. I said, period.
You should.
I want to get my license in Florida and Texas.
I think you should do it all.
You know what? I'm putting that on my list of to-dos.
What was I just about to say? Damn, I keep losing my train of thought. Oh, but I always feel like if you like somebody more than you love them, that will work out. Because anybody could say I love you, right? It takes a lot to really like a person.
And like them for
and value them.
Uglies and pretties.
Yes, but that's what I was going to say. Like, that taught me that I can really, like, move forward with somebody. And just shit, maybe also, too, for me, maybe it's not my time to date. Yeah.
Sis, when your time is your time, you'll know. Like, God's plan, everything will be accordingly. It's not going to be perfect, because when we say God's plan, we don't mean perfection.
Yep.
We mean it aligns with you, and it's just your walk of life at the moment, you know?
Also, too, though, like, we ask God for things that we want, and he's going to give it to you, but you got to work for it.
And you got to be ready for it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, even with this situation, I feel like, sis, I need to stop playing with this.
Yeah. It's giving that gumball girl.
It's giving childish as fuck. I need a wipe. What was I gonna say? Yeah, you gotta work for it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know.
I think everything that's worth it, you have to earn.
Yeah.
Everything.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing that comes easy is like, I don't think it's gonna be something of value, because it's easy. You didn't have to earn it.
Yeah.
Do you want to wash your hands?
Afterwards. How long we been?
Oh,
cool.
40 minutes. That's
okay.
cool.
You wanna do 40?
Yeah. But yeah, you guys, I feel like this episode was just giving you like the full transparency of Malia's journey currently moving, and me just really becoming, I feel like I'm in enlightenment. Like I feel so enlightened with life and with God, and
I love that, sis.
I'm happy. And I think it really has to do with like
staying grounded,
but
accepting yourself.
That, but also 2 months ago, I've been thinking about this. 2 months ago, I had to go to the cardiologist, because if you guys watched way back when, I told you guys that my dad had open heart surgery, and it's a condition that can be hereditary. So I'm very, very anal when it comes to my health. I'm a hypochondriac. Like, I don't play. I run to the doctors. I don't run away. So I had to go to the doctors to see a specialist, because they wanted to run tests to see if I had the gene. And the test came back and it said inconclusive, but I have a variant, and the variant just hasn't been studied yet enough, so they don't know what it is. And that kind of like woke me the fuck up. That made me realize I'm 27 years old. Not saying that something's wrong with my heart. There could be something later on in the future as I get older, because my dad never knew he had this condition until 62. But it really showed me how we take life for granted, and we just don't see the beauty of what's around us and who's around us. And again, like I said, I've been very money driven a lot of my life because I don't come from it. But that's where I learned that I have to really focus on just loving myself and loving those around me. And like, man, like, why does it take for us to have a condition or have a scare or have like a near-death experience to finally wake the fuck up and just trust in God? Like, it sucks that it gets to that point, but that's kind of what sparked something in me. Like, love unconditionally, bitch. What does SZA say? I don't know what she says. Basically, I listened to the song when I came. Yeah. Just basically, like, we're running out of time. Yeah. Like, enjoy life.
And that's kind of what we said in the beginning, too. Is just, like, why do you have to wait for a miracle to happen for you to believe in faith? And, like, you know what I mean? So that is so true. And I think, like, you got to really just be exposed by the people around you who've had miracles happen to them, you know, like we have 2 friends who've been in incidents, one with the gun violence and one with the car getting a car incident, and they're still
hit and run,
you know, walking by faith and doing the best that they could, and that's amazing. So that's something to honestly, like, you know, like you said, don't take advantage of life, because your life could change tomorrow.
In the blink of a fucking eye, bro. It's scary, but it's real. It's inevitable, you know. So I feel like I just had to share that, because I feel like I feel like you're really good at being transparent with what's going on in your current life. I'm not, in terms of like health and like just personal things, and I want to be more open with you guys, because it's not all perfect on social media. Like,
what else do you feel like you want to be open about? Because that you just showed a lot of vulnerability right there. That was very pure.
Well, just that, and like forgiveness. I feel like my dad has just been.
Do you think you're in a sense of clarity right now? Because I can see
so much clarity. I'm clear and very like, I'm just walking by faith. I'm almost becoming like God-fearing. Yeah. A God-fearing woman. Like,
you got to stay on that path.
Yeah. I just feel so happy and so in tune and grateful. And I feel like that's why I could show up for you as a friend, because I'm whole. You know, I'm not missing a piece to the puzzle, and I feel like that's why we're here.
Yeah. That was cute, sis. That was so beautiful. I'm proud of you. No, seriously, because showing vulnerability is scary.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
But you grow from that.
Immensely.
Yeah. I don't know why people don't show vulnerability enough. Why do you want to sit in a place of like
misery?
Emotionless. Yeah. I mean, don't show it to everybody, but show it to the people that you feel that are genuinely there for it. You know? Yeah. You shouldn't have to fight for your love.
Yeah. Ooh, I love that you said that, because I've been on such a topic of like you don't have to earn anybody's love. You don't have to be not like do things for people for them to love you.
Yeah.
They're going to love you, you know? And I feel like that's where I'm at too, because I just reconciled with my cousin, Jen, that we haven't talked in such a long time. And
I'm so happy you guys did that.
Me too, because it's like I have to come from a place of love to show maybe her how to love too. But I didn't do it with an expectation. I did it because it came from me. Because I love her. Yeah. I love all of her.
Yeah,
and that's
love
important.
The good and bad, and that's what real love is, because love is not perfect. And like I said, once you know a person can love you for the good and bad, that's amazing. Yeah. And I feel like you guys were like that. You know what I mean? Like, you guys both had to really tell each other what you felt about one another and take some accountability. And it's either you're gonna accept that and not change and move separately, or you're going to accept it, change, and move forward with each other. Yeah. And love is also listening to another person tell you what they don't like about you and accepting that because you're not perfect. Yeah. And I'm very defensive. So hearing her say, even hearing you tell me like what you feel bothered with me by, again, because I love you guys, I have to take that. I have to change or this doesn't work, you know? So just life lessons, growth. 27. Yeah. I love this year so far. Sis, 28 gets better.
I can't wait.
It really does. It's a little, I don't know, 28, I feel like I don't stress about the stuff I did when I was in 27 because it's like that mid-age, like from 26 to like 30. Yeah. And I did stress. I'm like, oh my God, like I'm in Chicago. Yeah. Like, what do I do? You know what I mean? At 28, it's more like, I'm going to take this risk, and if it don't work out, I'm going to go back to where I was.
Life
you know
keeps
what I mean?
going.
Yeah, life keeps going, honestly. Crazy. Oh my God, I should tell them about, shout out to my girl. I would show you the nails, but I fucked my hands up by playing with this shit. Her name is Nina from Sassy Nails. I was literally like, you know me, I tell everybody my life story. Yeah. So I was telling her everything, and she was just saying like, I'm gonna tell you this story about a monk. And she's like, so there's a monk, and he was building a pyramid. I think she said a pyramid. And she's like, and he built 4 walls. And she said one of the walls he fucked up on. He messed up, and he was just like, oh, he was hard so worried about, so hard on himself, so worried about that. And when people came to watch the pyramid, they were like so focused on that 4th wall that he was so worried about. Yeah. And she's like, you're in a place in your life where you're so worried, but everybody on the outside is like, wow, she's really doing it, or wow, look at her life, or you know what I mean? So
I wish like, that were me.
Yes. And I was just like, that was so humbling. Like that was so real. And I was like, yeah, I needed to hear that, because it's like me worrying about right now when, dude, situations that I've like worried about a long time ago, 2020, 2021, everything that I went through, I get why God did that to me.
You've overcame them.
Why am I putting myself in a position when I know God does miracles?
Yes.
Amen.
Amen to that. God is good.
Yeah. You know what it is? We are in such a good path that like we take everything with grace. So like, yeah, don't step on these toes over here, baby, because God got us over here.
We're highly favored, divinely guided, and protected.
Mashallah.
Mashallah.
And I'm not saying that as a joke, so please do not get offended by that, because I genuinely really mean that. I got to just remember how to say it.
Mashallah.
Mashallah.
Mashallah. I think it's a beautiful religion.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I mean, we all have one God.
Yeah. One creator. I think so. So, yeah. To each their own opinion, but.
Yep, same.
I'm going to watch this episode when it comes out, and I'm just going to sit there and like, wow, like we speak a lot of life into each other, and hopefully to you guys. And like you've been on this roller coaster with us. It has not always been this clear and raw.
Sis, when you get older, and to those who are young and you're living your life, just remember, if your friends are not speaking life to you, if your friends are not showing up, drop them. They are not your friends. Those are not people who genuinely love you, because when they love you, they're going to show up when it's hard and when it's good in their life. Yep. You know what I mean?
It's not just going to be for the parties.
Yeah. I mean, don't put too much high expectations on your friends, but communication goes a long way. It does. Just remember that.
And I think knowing what you want. Yes. Because when you know what you want, you're very clear on the standards and the boundaries that you create. You don't settle for anything less. So, you know, I wish I knew what I wanted when I was younger. I feel like I'm starting to realize it now. I would have not put
myself in relationships that I did not need to be in, sis. Yeah. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
I agree. But I'm glad that we're like advocates for you guys. And someone told me, age doesn't mean nothing. It's all about your experiences.
Absolutely.
And I'm like, yo, like that's true. Yeah. Life. So experience everything, you guys. Don't shy away. Don't stay in a bubble. I feel like when people stay in a bubble, they become so isolated. They really believe the thoughts that they have, and it's not healthy.
And always pour into you. I cannot express that enough. give yourself as much as you can, more than what you can give to others, because when you give yourself so much more and invest in yourself, you can pour that. And that's what Elodie was saying. Yeah. Just because she's pouring so much into her, she was able to be there and show up for me the way I needed it. Yes. Yeah.
To many more beginnings, you guys. We can't wait to see you.
Yes.
This is probably going to be out after the brunch. So if you're watching this and you came to the brunch, we love you immensely.
Yes.
And be ready for New York, because New York is next week. And that will be on a platform where you can purchase and watch us just be in New York and be crazy.
Yeah, I don't want to post at all.
I don't either. I want it to be,
as long as it's just a fit.
Moving forward, anything we post, we're getting paid. Just know that, okay? This is not free.
For real, literally. Just know, if you can go far with your platform, take it and abuse it.
Look at Wendy Ortiz, you guys. I'm still in awe by her.
That's
I'm still in awe.
Crazy.
DDG, he literally has been doing it. Like Kai, all of these creators.
We could do the same.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
We're gonna do it.
Yeah, we are. So
biggest streamers of 2026.
Girl, we should have been on these platforms. We've been doing this before this all even was a thing.
Yeah, streaming would be so fun. I would love to do that, actually.
Yeah, we're going to do it. Yeah. So we love you guys. Thank you for tuning into episode 20.
Yes.
We hope you gained so much out of this. Leave us in the comment section something that you loved about this episode, something you think we could do better, and something you want us to talk about for the next one.
Yeah. Love you guys. Bye.
Love you guys.